So I decided that I'm going to sew it up. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them inside out so that they're easier to work with. And I'll make sure you can see it. Okie dokie. So to do our sewing, we're going to, you're going to use some, sewing needles and some cool thread. So I went and got a little sewing needle kit. At Target, it was like $3, super easy, super cool, and it gives you a needle threader, which is this thing right here, and then a bunch of different gauges of needles with different eye sizes. The eye of the needle is the part where the thread goes through, if you didn't know. Tips and tricks. So I also had some thread on hand. I'm sure you can find it. Target, Walmart, I would be surprised. And I threaded my needle. Super easy to do. This is kind of a smaller one. I'll show you how I did it later. So for this, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull out any little leftover threads that might have broken off. Just throw them away. Can't really do much with, a centimeter long piece of thread. I mean, unless you can do some art with that, then that's awesome. I don't know, glue it or burn it. I don't know what y'all do. So, okay, so that's the other end. So, we can, you can kind of see how it ripped, popping and locking, and you can see the threads that are left over. So, I don't really like to mess with those, but I am gonna try and sew through them and over them so that they can, stay in the seam. This is the seam. That little line, that's going to be what I'm going to be sewing on. And so you can kind of see where the old seam was with that indented line. So I'm just going to do what's called a basic stitch. Super easy, super peasy. All you're going to do is line up your fabric nice and tight, and you're just going to go from side to side. Thread through, and then you go right back. You want to make sure you're staying on that line so that when you flip the pants back inside out or right side out, that it is all nice and dandy and doesn't look, a little wonky.
I just have way too many tie-dyed shirts. I have a good idea. I'll turn it into a reusable grocery bag.
All you need is a t-shirt and a pair of scissors. First, start by cutting off the sleeves. Next, cut the neck of the shirt. Instead of cutting the neck exactly around the stitching, you can cut a little bit lower to make sure that the bag is big enough. Next, I cut the bottom of the shirt about 1 inch wide. Then, start tying your fringes together. It works best when you did a double knot at the end of each fringe. And here's the finished t-shirt bag.
Here we see the final product of our t-shirt bag. It is great for going to the farmer's market, the store, or anything you need a bag for. It is really an awesome product, and you can do so much with it.